Hello everyone, it's Omae and welcome back to the brand new video. Today's going to be a more chill type of video where we go into the new Albaf team in Pyro Rumble at their best. So these units are level 150, everyone besides Luffy. Our monster trio has Rumble Key, our Rumble recruit Nami has a Rumble Key. So this is kind of them at their best. We also have the Rumble season block A here. The rules are kind of in advantage of these Albaf units. So the main premise of today's video is that we're going to go into what can this team do against the top 3 teams right now. Because if you go over to Nydato's spreadsheet, I really do trust his Rumble teams. He's a thorough tester, and these are his 3 OP teams that he has in Treasure Cruise right now. So I want to try and see if this Albaf team can beat even one of these teams. Can it become labeled as an OP team? Although even if it does beat one of these, really do take it with a grain of salt for 3 main reasons. For 1, my units are maxed out. 2, the rules are in favor of the Albaf team. And 3, just because a team beats one OP team doesn't make it OP in and of itself. What makes a team OP is how good is it against a wide variety of teams. So even if this Albaf team beats one of these top 3 teams here on the Rumble spreadsheet, it doesn't make it OP itself. So just keep that in mind. I will talk about the flaws and what's so great about this team in general, but let's find a team to go up against using this exact same team on the Rumble spreadsheet. Okay, I think this is the closest we're going to get to the Emu team here with Emu, Shanks, Beckman, Yasop, etc. He does have Shanks with level 130, Emu 120, Mars 120, Beckman Yasop 130, Caesar level 150. So this could be quite interesting. So when it comes to Emu and Shanks, this team does counter them. Just straight up, the units you see on the left and right of the layout, Nami and Hyridin, both allow this to happen. For 1, Nami is delaying the hell out of the enemy, but that's not the main reason why she's good against them. The main reason is that she paralyzes the enemies. This prevents them from doing normal attacks, which prevents Emu from delaying us by 5% CT reduction every time she lands a hit or he lands a hit. And the same goes for Shanks. Shanks will delay your free spirit teammates when he does a normal attack, when he lands a hit. So the fact that we have the enemy paralyzed means they cannot do normal attacks. It's really important. And then of course Hyridin introduces the new effect, which is the CT delay immunity buff, which is obviously just straight up great for ignoring all the CT delay. It's way more reliable than the paralysis from Nami. So it's not looking good. We're kind of getting destroyed, man. Luffy's gone. He's our main DPS. And Nami got all of her CT removed. What in the world, bro? Beckman Yasop, I was not familiar with your game, but as you can see there, as soon as Usopp comes in, he does give the enemy 10% CT delay, which it doesn't seem like a lot, but in a lot of situations that will save you from dying. As you can see, that 10% prevented Shanks from activating there and killing all of our units. Then Usopp will do some stuff. I mean, his special is not that crazy. It does help a bit, it provides some decent support, but the main thing is that he'll swap the sub character in. Chopper gives us 30% healing upon appearance, also really powerful. Okay, Caesar's really annoying, man. Yeah, it's looking like it's over. If you get Emu to activate a second time, I mean, it's kind of wraps at that point, bro. Because we have the ability bind, we have the action bind as well. Oh, she actually didn't activate it there. Interesting. Okay, Sanji. When you activate the super special of Sanji, he gives all these buffs to everyone, not just himself. So his Rumble super special is really important. And remember, you need level number break 5 for the upgrade to the Rumble super special, which reduces the charge time that it takes for the super special to activate. It reduces that by 10 seconds, which is massive reduction, right? So yeah, I do think that's a massive thing you need on the team if you want it to be more reliable, having Sanji at level 150. But yeah, it's not looking good. I mean, at least we're surviving. That's a positive. We killed Marcus Mars. Can we at least kill Shanks, bro? The main issue here is that our main DPS, being the Albaf Luffy, died early on. I think if he survived, we might have actually won. So I will like go up against another team here. I want to have a bigger sample size here. Go up against the team multiple times to see if it was just bad RNG or not. Now I do have level limit break 5 on both Zoro and Sanji, so their effects are stronger from the super special, and also they have 10 seconds less to charge their super rumble special. Now you'll see this in play once we actually get into another fight, but the super special gauge is a massive limiter for the team. Or shouldn't I say gauge, I mean permit. If you look here in the top middle of the screen, you can see that you can only activate 3 rumble super specials in the match, and that's a bit of an issue because you can activate up to 6 rumble super specials with this team, which I have tested in the past. Definitely possible. I got to a point where in the final 15 seconds of the battle I had the rumble super special ready on all of the monster trio units again, but since I used up all 3 of my permits, I didn't have the opportunity to use that. So I mean, you can see how much delay we're providing. Pretty good DPS even with Luffy gone. So I mean, there's definitely potential here. I mean, we only have 4 units alive still. If Luffy doesn't die early on, we can kill Emu and their team is basically screwed at that point. Come on, bro, I trust. Let me get into another match and let's see if we can maybe win this time. Okay, yeah, we have another one. This time they have Shanks level 150, so this could be quite interesting. This is the exact team on the Rumble spreadsheet, the exact same bench this time as well. So fingers crossed, can Luffy not die super early on? I think that if that doesn't happen, the team is in good state. And that brings me to one of my biggest complaints with the team, is that it's extremely vulnerable in the first 30 seconds. Until either Nami activates or one of your monster trio activates, the team is extremely valuable. I keep on saying valuable. It is quite a valuable team actually. It works against so many teams, but I'm just taking it against the top brass here, which is why it doesn't seem very impressive. But yeah, extremely vulnerable. The ability bind of Emu from the first activation, really not that big of a deal. Caesar, did Caesar even activate? Yeah, he did. I have dot. Ooh, this is not good. Mars is gonna kill someone. Oh wait, never mind, he only does like 3k fixed damage. CT reduction, bro. If Emu activated that quickly again, no, I think Shanks is just gonna kill us. Okay, Sanji being dead is pretty horrific for our defense. He's our main defensive unit here. But if our main DPS activate, okay, we got Luffy. Luffy and Zoro are gonna ping pong here. Yeah, that's a massive amount of damage. I mean, Kuma is not the base unit to target there. The half stats and the paralysis, super important here. Unfortunately, she applied the paralysis before Shanks came in. Kind of annoying. And also, this is not looking too good. That CT delay on Zoro. Chopper, no. Nah, it's wraps, bruh. It's over. Yeah, nope. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna take the L there. First team, we cannot beat them. The strength team using Caesar, Emu, Mars, Shanks, Beckman, Yasop, and the elders, I mean the admirals on the bench, does not work. However, let's see how it does up against the team using the dual elder legends. I just really want to see this team in action. I'm pretty sure I've went up against one of these teams before and I did win. So I just really want to show you guys how crazy they can be when you don't die in the first 20 seconds, because that's the main issue here with going up against the Emu and Shanks team. Shanks activates too early and then it's game over, especially since the enemy has 150 Shanks. Okay. Somehow we outsped Emu in the first queue. But Yeah, Caesar's still activating. Imu's quite far behind in the queue. But yeah, the 30% that Hyrodin gives himself upon appearance, it's just not enough, man. It's just not enough. He's such a high CT unit. He's like 33 seconds. Ability bind to everyone. Oh, we did ass. Let me know in the comments, what do you think? Is it better for Imu to activate instantly or for him to activate a bit later on? I think it's actually better for him to activate early, because now we're still going to have the ability bind. Yeah, we're still going to have the ability bind when the enemy activates their first wave of specials, which is essentially a death sentence. I think it's better for Imu to activate instantly. Use his special. The ability bind is gone by the time they actually start using their specials. Because, yeah, you can see how crazy this massacre is. I'm just not going to get a good showcase of this, am I? Man, what? Albaf team, lock in, bro. You know what? I'm going to count that as a loss against the strength team, like 100%. But I still want to see them beat Imu and Shanks combo. But let's see if they can handle the strength team version of them without Caesar and without Beckman Yasab. I think that's going to be the key if you want to win here. And also Marcus Mars isn't here. So this is a way different kind of strength team. So very interested to see how this will play out. It's kind of the Timu version of the strength team. But since this video is getting on a bit longer, I actually want to separate this into multiple parts. The next part, we can take a look at the shooter team and see how well this team can go up against them. And then also the powerhouse team using the dual alders, characters like Prince Groose, Rumble Legend Smoothie after her buffs were introduced. That can be an interesting video in and of itself. So for now, let's just do this one final team. Hopefully it works out this time. At least Imu activated early on this time, so we shouldn't have to worry about the ability bind persisting. Yeah, we should be safe. Yep, it's gone. Nice. Uta with the support, kind of annoying. Shanks is gonna activate. Gosh darn it. Ooh, that was close. Yeah, if Shanks was 150, Sanji would have been dead there. Okay, Zoro giving haste to Luffy. Nice. This should be a decent amount of damage. Never mind, that was pretty pathetic. Nami, okay, we're gonna introduce the sub swap now. Paralysis, half stats, character change. Ideally, you want Nami to activate before the monster trio because of that half stats. Of course, that lowers the enemy's defense, so that makes your damage dealers do a lot more. Hyrodin, Hyrodin was edged, bro. He was literally about to activate, but then the delay from Shanks set in. Yeah, that's an issue here. Hyrodin takes so long to activate, even with the 30% CT reduction upon appearance. It's kind of ironic because he's supposed to protect us from CT delay, but he himself is so high CT. It takes so long to get his special to activate that by the time he does activate, you don't even really need the CT delay protection anymore, because the Imu CT delay has already expired. Remember, Imu's passive, for the first 10 times he attacks, he delays us by 5%. By the time Hyrodin activates, that 10 times is already finished. That's how bad it is. Yeah, this was an utter failure, bro. I wonder if this team is going to get its get back when we go up against these other two teams in the OP tier. Hopefully it happens, but ooh, even with the maxed out team with Rumble keys invested, it's not looking good. I really thought he would go really well up against Shanks and Imu combo. But as I said, the main issue here is, for one, Hyrodin takes so long to activate that the CT delay protection is just not there in time when you need it. And for Nami, she activates after the monster trio, when it's kind of too late to give the half stats. I mean, yes, it still helps, but you want to give the half stats before the DPS. And yes, the paralysis does help, but as you could see there, we were still getting CT delayed to oblivion. So I mean, the ideal way that this would play out is that Nami gives the paralysis very early on, and that prevents Imu and Shanks from delaying us very early on, and then Hyrodin comes in and it gives us the CT delay protection. But Unfortunately, what actually happens is a lot different, as you've seen by all the losses in this video. So yeah, not looking too good, but let me know your thoughts on these teams. I will go up against more compositions in future videos, but if you want to see more chill rumble videos like this, where I just kind of talk about the teams as we go through the match, let me know down below. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace, and I'm out.